2 beers.
Yours just sexed in my face.
That was a real powerful snap, and I think this is actually going to be perfect because this is exactly our energy, and I think it really translated here.
Oh.
So I'm going to just take the initiative and go first. I've been
Please do.
on a Fort Worth kick lately. My boys in Martin House have been showing up time and time again. So I was like, you know what? Let's do this. And I think they made this for us because there's been a debate before about bears, a grizzly bear versus a certain animal.
There sure has.
And the obviously winner is a grizzly bear. It's not the other animal. I tend to win those arguments. And that argument leaves this guy with gorilla tears. It is gorilla tears, this guy right here. And the real issue with this is that he seems like he'd be a friend, a funky, fresh friend, an awesome fella who's hip to the jive.
Oh, the Aloha shirt.
He's a hip to the jive. He has some very, very cool fucking sunglasses going. Great fucking teeth.
And I was going to say a little underbite, the little tsundere underbite.
And a Martin House chain with a small tier. So a one thug tier right there. This is gorilla tears. This right here is a fruit punch sour sitting at 8%.
That looks great.
I'm very excited about this one.
I would honestly wear that whole outfit, by the way. Yellow
Great
glasses, outfit. Aloha shirt. If I could get my canines, outside of my gums, I would do it. No problem. Speaking of giant teeth, have you ever seen the inside of a hippo's mouth?
Yes, but no. Like I've seen it when they eat like watermelons and shit.
Yes.
I've never actually like really looked at it though.
This is why it popped in my head. I was watching a video the other day where a hippo was eating a watermelon. What the fuck is going on there? Why are their teeth gigantic daggers that stick in weird directions?
I gotta look at this.
And then further into their throat, they have like normal molar looking things, kind of a la that movie Teeth. Have you ever seen Teeth?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what their throat looks like. That's what it makes me think of. All right. So hold on. I need to have a swig because I'm thirsty.
Well, you have a swig. Though, see, hippo mouths are crazy, but the craziest animal mouth to me is fucking, what is it? The camel's mouth. Dude, the camel inside cheeks thing is fucking horrifying.
I don't know if I know what this looks like. We might have to
hold on.
Bear investigation.
I'm going to bring it up. You introduce your beer.
Okay, fantastic. So, I thought, given our current political climate, it's time for the Bears to weigh in on where they stand with politics in general. The people want to know. They want to know we're not betraying their alliances and their allegiances. So, I thought you should know I have a strong opinion that we should make milk bags great again. So this is a Canadian red ale. There is no milk in this beer. But if you understand the satisfaction of perfectly shipping the top corner of a bag of milk, you're Canadian to the core. Where did that little plastic piece go? You just chopped one clean off? If you did it correctly, it's somewhere in the drawer with the scissors. This is our identity. That's why this Canadian red ale was brewed for you. Smooth, crisp, and slightly malty.
Oh my God.
With just the right amount of bitterness. Pours deep red, much like the color of an aggressively toasted elbow.
That is absolutely beautiful. Oh my fucking God. I love that shit. That is perfectly Canadian. Perfectly fucking awesome.
It really is. It really is. The amount of elbows up shirts I see these days, high. Mike Myers did a number on the psyche of the public.
I fucking love, like, I'm all for people like being, because Texas is very, very Texas, and it's very, very pro Texas over everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So I love seeing other people that give like that energy for their own spot. It just warms my heart. It really does.
Yep. But we've talked about this before, but the U.S. in general has very different cultures.
Uh-huh.
There's a shit ton of them. Like, there's some states that you can kind of bunch together, but there's a whole bunch of very different cultures.
Yep.
And so Ontario is a little bit bigger than Texas, but it by itself is very different than the rest of Canada. So yeah, it's been interesting to see that, and there's almost like a relocalization, which is cool.
I love it. It's fucking
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a great little moment. I'm about to fucking ruin it. Ready for this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Camel mouth.
It looks like one of those what do you call them? A Sauron pit?
Yeah, look at this shit right here.
Are those teeth?
And that's the inside of their cheeks. This is their teeth. This is their teeth. This is the inside of their cheeks. Here's the roof of their mouth right here.
Is that more teeth or is it just really big ridges? I don't even understand what I'm looking at.
It's these crazy ridges because their teeth are just here in the front. And you have the two like canine looking thingies. You
Okay.
have some molars back here, and then
Yeah.
you have the same things in the front. Just molars. But like from what I've
What
read,
the
yeah.
absolute fuck is going on there?
So like what I read about it is like these crazy like flesh spikes just
Uh-huh.
kind of helped like to I think it was like to like extract water and obtain water and shit like when they eat cactus and all that crazy shit they eat because they can just eat whole cactus spikes and all and shit.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
but this shit right here is like you remember mid 2000s or like the 2010s. Yeah, it was like mid like the teens. There was people were like learned what trypophobia was and they all swore they had it, right? Like everybody swore they had
Oh,
trypophobia. The
the
holes.
little yeah, yeah.
Yeah, everybody swore they had it because they just learned what it was on the internet,
Mm-hmm.
right? That feeling they explain is actually it's this. It's this right here. It's this cheek. This is what
Mm-hmm.
this cheek is. It's viscerally
Mm-hmm.
disgusting. And so, yes, inside of a camel's mouth, it is fucking horrific.
That is deeply upsetting. Well, pull up a hippo mouth now. You
But
might
I
as well.
but I love these guys. Camels are fucking cute as shit though. I fucking love
Would
camels.
if you had a camel, would you want the one hump or the two hump?
I think I think I would like a two hump, but I know they're more expensive, so I take a one hump.
I would take either, but I would want a two humper.
Yeah,
That just seems like such a pleasant nook to sit in between.
that is actually fair. Dude, this motherfucker's cute. Look at this fucking doofy ass dude.
Hippos are very adorable, but then once they open their
Oh
mouth,
shit, that is wild. Holy fuck.
but isn't that bizarre? They're at weird angles. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't seem like the teeth should close. The fucking I told myself going into this episode, cut down likes per minute. I don't want to be a valley girl, but I can't help myself. I get too excited looking at hippo mouths.
Dude, hippo mouths are fucking wild. Holy shit.
So that's the part, like that angle there. That's where they really freak me out when you can look in that back, whatever the
Yeah.
hippo equivalent of a uvula is, because there's more fucking molars back there.
That is so fucking interesting.
Can you imagine having to fight a hippo?
Oh, you're dead. You're dead 1000%. You're dead. It's not even close because they're fast as shit too, right?
Why isn't that in the public zeitgeist?
Yeah.
The 100 men versus a hippo.
Oh yeah.
Hippos fucking run and
Hippo's
train
winning.
on those boys.
Yeah. Like there was like the whole thing like because there's people that are like trying to take back sharks, right? Where like everybody's scared of shark attacks and shit, and it's like people are like sharks actually aren't that bad, bro. Like they're like, did you know most shark attacks happen within 20 feet of the shore? And it's like, well, no shit, because that's where humans are. So like, of course, most of the shark attacks are going to be there, right? Like, humans not going to fucking be 100 fucking miles outside of the thing unless they're on a ship, and most humans aren't going on ships. So of course, most of the shark attacks are very localized to where the humans can be.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the big things is that they're saying that there's more people per year die by hippo attacks than shark attacks.
I believe it. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, and that also is kind of one of those things where, like, statistically, yeah, of course, because I'm pretty sure more people are by hippos than by sharks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like, kind of course, but
Yeah.
like, but sharks are cool.
Sharks are cool. Whatever happened to Shark Week? That used to be quite the craze. People would freak out.
Is there still Discovery Channel?
Oh, is that what? Maybe that went away. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, because I haven't really heard anything about Discovery Channel in a hot minute, but I haven't had like cable.
I was going to say, when's the last time you had cable?
Yeah, it's been over a decade and a half, 2 decades.
I haven't had cable in 20 years.
Yeah, it has to be hitting like at least 2
It was
decades.
it was when I lived with my parents. That's the last time I had cable.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I can't
I've never
remember.
had it on my own. I always just went straight to internet.
Yeah, same. I never. When I lived alone, I've never actually ever had cable. It was just internet, and that was like before like Netflix was super huge too. It was just like I got YouTube. I'm good.
The other thing I would do, and I believe we've talked about this, but
Redbox.
Redbox 100%.
Redbox is solid,
Dude,
dude. I fucking love Redbox.
Redbox was great.
Redbox
Also, when Redbox closed and they started just selling shit for like $4, fantastic. Blu-ray
Yeah.
$4, sure.
I,
That is
I,
the only reason I own Shazam. I don't like that movie that much. It was just $3. I'm like, all right, I'll buy it.
Shazam, like the new superhero, the newish superhero movie, or the genie pirate thing.
I think is that called Shazam too, or is it
Or is it
Kazam?
oh, it might be Kazam.
It's
right?
not Shaq. It's not the Shaq one.
Okay, because I remember the Shaq
It's
one.
the red and yellow, silly
Okay, yeah,
kind of
gotcha.
Spider-Man white
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
That thing. Which is a funny movie, but I never would have bought it if it wasn't in Redbox for $3.
No. Never watched it. I heard good things about it. But I never watched it.
Let me tell you, first couple sips, and this might be another thirsty thing, but it's looking up. These milk bags are feeling mighty fine.
Can you feel the maple leaves flow through you? Like the red ale is actually from crushed maple leaves. That's patriotism flowing through you, my friend.
You know what I've realized? I've been here now as long as I lived anywhere. So this is now tied with when I was with my parents, like middle school into high school.
That's fair.
So yeah,
you did move around a lot, right? So like,
yes,
that does make sense. Yeah,
moved around a lot. So 5 years is like holy shit, I've been in one place for 5 years.
Does it feel like home yet? Like I get you have a home and everything, but does it feel like home? You know what I mean? Like tangentially. You know what I mean?
Yes, and it actually did very quickly.
Interesting.
I would say I was maybe here a year or two, and it felt correct. And other than Washington, I think this is the only place that ever felt like that.
Oh wow! So even more so than like Hawaii and shit like that.
I loved Hawaii for a lot of reasons, but it never felt like home.
Yeah,
It always felt like I was visiting my parents' home.
Interesting.
Which is why I wanted to go. Like that's why I wanted to go there. I wanted to know where both my parents grew up. So
yeah.
But it never felt like home.
That's interesting.
The seasons never. The endless summer always bothered me. It's too small.
I couldn't stand that.
Another thing that really weirded me out that I didn't understand or know how to appreciate at the time, and this may have changed. I don't know what Oahu's demographics are now, but when I lived there weren't black people, which I didn't register, but it weirded me out. It really,
I can see that because I mean, growing up in Maryland,
50-50, and my neighborhood was more black than white.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
So just when like you're out at a grocery store or a Walmart and you're used to like a certain community, it's very weird.
Yeah, I could totally see that. Yeah, because even when I was in Washington for like when I was in Seattle for like a week and a half, it was like it was very. It's not too bad because it's not actually too different than like some like going to an Asian market or something like that, or certain parts. It wasn't too different, but it was very different. I'll say like not less like demographically different, but like culturally different.
Sure.
Right. And so like it's because I've traveled a decent amount, and like I've traveled a decent amount. There's definitely things where like othering, and it's very normal, right? Because you're visiting, but like there's a one where you're like, oh, you're so far away from me that it's a little weird, right? Because you get there's that in California, but like you have other things that kind of like bring you closer, but there's like there's nothing like, you know what I mean, like outside of being human, there's like nothing that's like really like we can't bond over shit unless like we both
Mm-hmm.
like lifting or some shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
outside of like a general interest that I have no idea if you like or not, won't be able to fucking like.
Yeah.
There's no tie of kinship that we can fucking
Yep.
initially bond over. So like it's like it's very interesting.
It's trying to fit puzzle pieces together, and someone has a puzzle, and the other person has just a big bag of shit opinions.
And a jingle block.
Yes, and a jingle block. Speaking of jingle blocks, have you seen the gigantic
Yeah, so
like
we have
2x4 size towers
yeah,
of these things?
so we have a mid-sized one, so like that we do, and I have a video of the tiger playing with my mom, right? And because so we played a giant jingle block thing a long time ago, and my stepdad was like, he's like, fuck yeah. He's like, you know what? Those are fucking awesome. So every time we'd have get-togethers, everybody would drink and have a party, and like you bring out the speakers and Mexicans, right? So like the whole thing. So what he did is he bought a bunch of 2x4s and just fucking cut and cut the jingle block. So we have a giant plastic tote full with like 2x4 jingle blocks that we bust out.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, and so we bust them out, and it's funny because like we didn't sand shit. So like the first we did, it was rigid as shit.
Splinters.
It's rigid as shit, but we playing it so much, like they smoothed out, so they come out easier now, right? Because we played it so much, right? And so you think like you got like 12 adults here, freaking like drinking, partying, listening to music, and just playing the fucking jingle thing. It's funny as shit.
So speaking of games, do you play this indoors or outdoors?
Usually, I mean, outdoors on the patio, like the
Okay.
enclosed patio, right? Like,
Okay. So that made outdoor games pop in my head. Do you or have you ever messed with frisbee?
frisbee, never as like a sport thingy, but like we played it as a kid. Like we had frisbees as kids, but the thing is that everybody sucked, so it was never good. It was rarely ever good. The only person that was good was like my dad and my uncle. And like they were the only ones who was able to like target a frisbee and fucking get it. It's like where they could pass it to each other. Us as kids, we fucking throw it and it would just fucking and we just everybody be chasing it, so we hated it. Funny enough, like friends from work were like, "Bro, we're gonna go play fucking disc golf. You want to come?" And they had like they're super like big on it,
Mm-hmm.
and like and I'm like, I mean, like I actually do want to play because it seems fun,
It's really fun.
but like I gotta tell the tiger, hey. I ain't gonna like talk to you right now. I'm gonna go outside and play frisbee with my friends. You know what I mean? It's like
You're an athlete. Okay, so here's the thing. You and your potential trek to the Pac Northwest made me think about this because when I was there, my roommate and I would regularly go down to this park by the Puget Sound and toss a frisbee around.
Mhm.
And because of how Washington's climate is, the grass there is very lush and it's very easy to walk around barefoot pretty much everywhere.
Oh, nice, love that.
And so it's super fun to be a hippie and just go down to the park, smoke a hookah, take your shoes off. And now at this point, at the time, I'm sad because I hadn't really developed my taste buds for beer. But now, if you go out there and then I come out there, I definitely think at least once we should do some frizz in the park.
I am so down. One of the things too is I found out the smoking laws in Seattle's fucking horrid. So like, oops. So we have to go to a neighboring res and go to the casino to go to a cigar lounge.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's fine. Reses are cool.
I say we got to go do that because like I'm willing to do it, but again, if I tell the tiger, hey, I'm leaving the city to go to a
and actually remember, if you haven't done this already, remember to check your phone plan. Because a lot of the times when you're on Resland, it's international data.
I totally forgot about it because you have that problem in Oklahoma. So yeah,
a couple of texts can really get expensive fast on Resland.
True.
Yeah,
I got to see that. But they do have private because you there's no cigar lounges because you can't smoke within a vicinity of an employee apparently, or 25 feet from openings like windows and doors and stuff. Right. And so there's no cigar lounges. But what they do have, you have to pay membership to be there. And so I'm thinking I'm going to do, which the Tigers are probably not going to like, but they have private cigar clubs that you can go. There's no employees. So you go there, you bring
You're
your own
Frasier.
stuff.
You're gonna be Frasier.
You go to your own stuff, and you bring you can have a locker humidor where you put your cigars in and shit.
I love it.
You go in there, you bring your own beer, you bring your own whiskey, you bring all your own setups. But you just go there to smoke because you got nowhere else to smoke. Unless you own a house out there or the backyard, you ain't got shit. So you got to go there.
That actually sounds pretty fun.
So like, it sounds fun. Like I'm down for it. But all that being said, I can walk past a guy's fucking doing fucking fentanyl, and that's fine. But you smoking a cigar, it's like, oh shit, you're a piece of shit. But you know, it is what it is.
Sometimes the lines drawn in the sand don't make a whole lot of sense.
But yeah, so we'll see if this comes to fruition, which it looks more and more like it might. Yeah. So I'm gonna be joining a cigar society out there.
Oh, a society of cigar aficionados.
I hope they fucking don't suck. I just swear to God.
Saying aficionados very fun. I feel like there's two types of cigar smokers. There's cool ones, and then there's absolute fucking assholes, and there's no in between.
The thing is, like, I'm fine with both. I'm fine with the guy being a fucking asshole about it because I could be one back. There's something I don't necessarily mind that. I just more hope like, you know, I'll say. So some Texas people aren't welcomed really well over there, you know, and so like I'm like, I hope that's not a fucking issue because then I'll be like, you be an asshole, I'll be an asshole. It's not going to be fun. I'd rather just like, you know, like let's just smoke cigars, bro.
I do kind of get a kick out of the thought of some melanin lacking lad having a stern talking to you about like Mexican immigration. Like that brings me a lot of joy.
It would be hilarious.
Latinx.
I like how people since say Latinx, they say Latinx, like Kleenex. That's the one I like.
Have I heard that? Maybe I have heard that. I just didn't pay attention.
I call it Latinx because I heard it and I was like, that's the perfect
Latinx.
But I like how like collectively everybody that I know hates it. And it still pops up here and there.
I try to always defer to if it's something where it's a cultural issue and I'm not part of the culture, I'm going to defer to the people whose culture it is.
Yeah.
It seems very weird for like a white person to try and insert themselves and be like, this is how you should feel about blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Have your opinions about being fucking 1/4 German. Like that's your lane, fella. Stay in that lane.
The one lane that they should stay out of is Swedish tacos.
Okay, please tell me about Swedish tacos.
You didn't. I sent you the link to the thing. You know what?
God.
You know what? Fuck it. We're doing this. We're going to do it live. I have it here. I'm going to bring it up. We're going to watch it live.
All right. How was Gorilla Tears, by the way?
Gorilla Tears, I am leaning towards a solid.
Show the world how...
Oh my God. We're leaning towards a solid B-. Good sour.
I'm
Good
going
sour.
B+.
B+.
Those
nice.
milk bags were, in fact, great the first time.
Yeah, I am going a good yeah, I'm going a solid like B-. It was above average sour. It was great. Delicious. Nice. I don't know if anybody's had it, but if you ever had the Walmart Sam's Choice or Sam's Club fruit punch soda, it kind of tastes like that. It's pretty
Interesting.
Great. It's pretty dope. It's actually really good. I liked it a lot. Before we go on to the next things, we are sharing where we are watching this. We are watching this together.
Today we're gonna show the world how to make Swedish tacos. We start with some smör and wraps in the steak pan. In with the färs and chop it. Every kid in Sweden learns how to do the meat first. In with the special taco spice and some water. Mix it all ihop. Take some iceberg salad. Cut it all up. Then we have the gurk. Slice it nice. Give the red onion the old Swedish handshake. Nobody likes chopping tomatoes, but we do it anyway. a burk of corn, tortilla bread,
Corn
meat
being
fat,
kinda weird.
and cheese made for tacos. I use jalapeno and chili, chopped onion, iceberg salad, tomato, jerk, burk corn, taco salsa, and bread file. Very important. Wrap it all ihop. Here are some things you can have in a Swedish taco. An ananas, earth nuts, hot nuts, banana, hacked olives, cheese doodles, fat cheese, salt gurk, roasted onion, avocado, mango, picca de gallo. Taco hey.
Okay, two things. I didn't hear a word you were saying the entire time because the volume on that video is through the fucking roof.
And I turned it down too, but yeah. No, so basically, look, meat, fine, good, also good. But we start getting to the fucking olives, disgusting. But I have seen some taco salads that have olives in it. Blasphemy, terrible. Fucking pickles, a little weird. Cheetos, very weird. Fucking bananas, bro. Bananas.
The bananas did give me a little pause. I won't lie.
So like, yeah, it's a whole thing. Ooh, that looks fucking beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So mine. You want to go? You want to announce yours first before?
Yeah, that way you can get a good crack in.
All right.
So, I've had a few things from this brewery before. This little lad from Bose is an approachable, light-bodied classic amber, reimagined. This is, and the main reason I got this, and I'll point it out, I'll try and get the camera to pick it up. This is Barn Burner Amber Ale from Bose.
Ooh, I love that fucking.
And the reason I got it was, oh, come on, buddy. It's this little cow right here. Come on, focus on the cow. That cow just made me so happy when I saw him because around him, there's just several people drunkenly dancing. There's a bunch of lads playing like Hakeem Olajuwon beer pong over here. And a lass that looks like she's getting felt up by another guy. There's a bonfire. There's cornhole. There's people playing slap cup in the fucking barn. It looks like a great time. And the cow's just in the middle of all of it. It makes me very happy.
Love it. I love the name. I love the art. It's great.
I would like to have that whole thing I just said redone in Swedish. Like, it sounds like such a goofy sing-songy language.
It really does.
Sorry, Swedes. I'm sure you're better than us, I'm sure.
Debatable.
Yeah,
so,
probably not.
They're actually IKEA, though, so you get punch for IKEA.
Meatballs.
IKEA and
good
PewDiePie.
Meatballs.
Y'all brought us some wonders. So I'll give you that.
Is PewDiePie Swedish?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah. What?
I don't. I'm not a big YouTube lad.
That's fair. I do fucks with PewDiePie though. So mine, another Martin House.
I don't know why I thought you were pulling out like a box of Magnums, and I was like, weird flex.
No, Old Grizz, perfectly average. All right, this one here, I brought in both. So Martin House has this super cool, awesome box art stuff where they do the double cans. I brought in a couple. This one, I'm gonna show you the can, and I'm gonna show you the full art.
My contacts fell out. Oh fuck! That is so good. And now I'm blind in my right eye.
Oh shit! Okay, this right here is Bonguk, Bonjo. Okay, this right here is this is part of the barrel age series, which I've had before. I had one actually recently, like a week or two ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a whiskey barrel aged chocolate and banana stout.
Oh,
Meet Bonguk, the banana god. This imperial stout was aged 6 months in fresh whiskey barrels. Fans of chocolate-covered bananas and big imperial stouts will enjoy. It was brewed on August 30th, 2024. This is a new one. It's 100% unblended. The IBU is 8.4. for an alcoholic percentage of 14.6.
Buddies.
This is Banguk the Banana God. He looks like a motherfucking god for sure.
Oh fuck.
This badass right here.
I love it.
So the banana aged whiskey. About the beer, a new character just entered the Martinverse. Meet Banguk the Banana God. It was up until just a couple of years ago that we released our first banana flavored brew, Outbreak. We discovered we love working with banana and added it to our arsenal. Banguk is a whiskey barrel aged chocolate and banana stout. We aged it in whiskey barrels for 6 months. Right, if you're a fan of chocolate covered bananas and the big Martin House stouts, this one is going to blow your mind. Cheers to Banguk. Right, this right here is, I'm going to start to the side and go. This right here, look at this. Amazing eyes. That's Banguk the Banana God. Look how dope he fucking looks.
They have such good art.
And then look at this little guy right here. You see
Love
that little fella right there? The little cute dude?
Yep.
That's a cute fella right there. But yeah.
Adorbs.
Martin House art is fucking undefeated. I fucking love the brewery for like their artisticness and everything, and just like constantly knock it out of the park. They're fucking fantastic. Ooh.
I've gone down a weird deep dive on Banguk, and apparently this is not, unless like Martin House created a website dedicated to this guy, which would be great branding if they took it to that level. Other people have been aware of him, and this is quite the journey. Looking at old Banguk, the banana god of bananas, he always demands uppercase. He is not an apple. He does not come from the heavens. He has the voice of an angel with an accent of a god. If you laugh at it, you will be sent to banana heaven, which is a horrible place. Banguk has only one commandment, Rule 8. If anything goes wrong, it is always Bob Ross's fault. It is always Bob's fault. I hope they're aware of this and or made it.
If they made it, that is fucking top tier. Like, I will love Martin House even more.
This is just it is part of Illogicalpedia that I found this on, which I have never heard of.
Neither have I. I love it.
Oh, it keeps getting weirder. Oh, this is bizarre. Okay, I can't. That's too deep a rabbit hole. I'm gonna get lost in it. Also, when I finish the second one, I'm gonna have to go put my glasses on. This is very disconcerting. I'm so dizzy from this. Also, I can't believe you laughed my contact out of my eye. I can honestly say that has never happened before. That was very impressive.
I'll take that honor. Dude, this beer is fucking phenomenal. For being nearly 15%, it is a very easy drinker. Like, very easy.
Well, the banana god came. The banana god, he saw fit to bestow upon you deliciousness.
If that happens when he came, he has a very happy partner.
Do you think the banana god is also perfectly average?
It has to be. Some would even say slightly above average.
There's a guy at my old job that there was a running joke that he was just hung like a walrus, a la the Tom Segura thing that we were referencing the other week. And he would always just say with this shit-eating grin, he's like, no, I have a micro penis. And then he just do that face, and you're like, my God, the heat you must be packing for that.
Huge.
Cigar can't. Just a triumphant.
Was it a baby arm holding an apple?
Yep, exactly that. Exactly that.
We also had the same kind of thing for you about the icicle.
I forgot about the thing.
I'm pretty sure I still have that picture.
Handmade with the towel.
I'm pretty sure I have that picture because the thing is that the picture of you in the flexing in the towel, the shadow that it made was like ridiculous. That's what started it all. It was a picture you provided to us that we were like, are we all seeing this shit right now? And that was the dawn of the icicle.
All right. Google VO. Someone make Dawn of the Icicle into a movie.
Oh, fuck, that's great.
Those are very creepy. I'm officially old because I can't tell the difference on a lot of them.
There's only certain parts where it gets kind of grainy on weird transitions where I'm like, okay, I can kind of tell. But like, there's so much stills where I'm like, fuck, man, this is close.
Did you have time to watch any of the AI sitcoms I sent you?
I watched a couple of them. The ones on TikTok. I watched a couple of them, and I'm like, fuck, man, it's. Dude, we're so fucked. We're cooked. We're so fucked.
It's bad
because this is the beginning of it.
I
this
know.
is V1. This is Game Boy Pocket. This ain't fucking color. This ain't fucking the DS. This is Game Boy Pocket right now.
The only saving grace is a lot of these things have now created the ability where the AI can source other AI for its information.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, it's very wrong a lot of the time. It's like, of course you can eat batteries. Do it. It's fine. So if there's enough of that in the middle of it, it will look very convincing, but whatever dialogue it spits out will just be such utter nonsense. That you're like, okay, I get it now.
I hope that that's going to be the curb for us to. Ooh, that's beautiful. The curb for us to where like our dumbass primitive eyes can like start noticing the fucking distinctions between the AI and reality stuff. So that by the time AI catches up with the dialogue and all the nonsense stuff, we have the eye to be like, oh, okay, it's AI because of this like tiny ass little reason.
Yeah. Enough. You're trained on the uncanny valley shit enough that you're like, nah, nope. People don't do that.
So I remember the first time like the cub was like small, when Google lenses getting really big and they're rolling it out. So there's a popular Mexican bleach brand, and it comes in like this small, like kind of like a elongated Coke bottle thing, and it's like pink, like bubblegum pink, right, with like a bluish white, like with a whatever wrapper, right, the pastel wrapper. And it was sitting in the restroom by the sink. And so she Google lenses it, and it popped back up as like Coca-Cola. and she showed it to me. He's like, should I drink this?
Oh, no.
I was like, is this safe to, I think it's safe to drink. Google said it's safe to drink.
That's bad. What was it? Was it like Fabulosa or something?
No, so it's not Fabulosa. So like, I actually don't even know the name, but it's a very famous a value Mexican brand of bleach. Let me see.
Oh, it's bleach. My bad.
Yeah. Let's see.
I will say, Fabulosa smells.
I fucking love the purple Fabulosa.
Amazing.
That was the purple Fabulosa was like my entire life.
We used to use that in the shelter.
That's a great fucking thing.
Nothing mitigates the smell of 16 crazy dogs shit like
Fabulosa.
Uh-huh.
One of there was a TikTok or like an Instagram reel or some shit. It was fucking hilarious because somebody who like mopped their whole floor and they just like realized that they used grape Kool-Aid instead of Fabulosa. Oh, no. Because a Fabulosa jug is kind of like the fucking Hawaiian Punch jug.
Yeah,
thing.
It's very similar.
And so they poured it into the thing, and they only realized after they were done. And then they looked at the bottle, and it was like the grape.
Can you imagine how sticky that floor would be? Oh, the ants!
So fucking hilarious.
The ants and the sticky. I don't know how to remedy my eye thing, man. I don't know if I need to pirate. Punish Snake the rest of the episode.
Damn.
I think this is the remedy. Hold on.
Snake Plissken. Metal Gear. Snake! Dude,
that's the remedy.
Dude, David Hayter says, oh, fuck it. God damn it. So good. I fucking goddamn, I love Metal Gear.
Great games. Psycho Mantis, is that the best villain ever?
Ooh, he's up there. Definitely up there.
Do you remember the thing where he would delete your game files?
Dude, fucking scared the shit out of me. Because for me, I thought same. When he did that, he went onto my Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 file, and I was like, because like, bro, the amount of hours I put into Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 with my fucking customizable character, my like build your own character, dude, I was fucking my customizable character. He had blonde spiky hair, like Liberty Spikes, because like that was the thing, right? Yeah. He wore no shirt because he's fucking cool, and he had a giant skull and crossbones tattoo over his entire torso. He wore baggy black jeans, right? And then he wore etnies because I wore etnies. And I was trying to think of a name, right? And I was like, what's a fucking indescript name for this guy? Right? And I was like, what's a weird name? I was like, what's a name that's like anonymous? Like nobody can know. Just like John. Fuck yeah, John, right? So much Johns, right? Random. And I was like, all right, last name. And I was like, fuck. What can be his last name? And I was like, I thought, who's fucking badass? And I was like, Batman's badass. So I was like, fucking Bruce Wayne. Wayne, last name, right? And I was like, all right, John Wayne. And I was like, oh shit.
The worst part, I thought you were gonna name him John Batman, and I was so sure of it. I was like, John Batman. Now that's a good skateboarder. Yeah. John Wayne's even better.
His name was John Wayne.
That's very good. Did you have any stock skaters that you really liked using?
Rodney Mullen.
Rodney Mullen, fantastic choice.
Yeah, Rodney Mullen.
I was Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I was like
Kareem was my boy.
Kareem was mine in Pro Skater 1. And then I slowly started going more to Rodney Mullen.
In real life, though, the Mullen videos that were coming out at that time were just mind-breaking.
Changed the game. 1,000% changed the game. Especially like, what the fuck was that old? It was the Cali one. It was like, was the barracks? Like all the stuff that they released was like fucking insane. Yeah, but Rodney Mullen 1,000% changed the game. So fucking amazing.
Yeah, man, that was a fun game. God, that was a fun game.
3 was cool too, but it was great. Like all the first, I only really played the first 3, and the first 3 games were so fucking good. Like. So fun, like all the little like objectives within each stage, and then just getting better. And then part 2, you can be fucking Spider-Man, and then part 3, you can be Darth Vader. So that's whatever. But being Spider-Man, and you can do like the different suits and shit, and like he had to move, like dude, fucking so dope. It was so fucking cool.
Spidey fits skate culture better.
1,000%. Like the build, just like the fact that you can like web sling back your board and shit. Like it's fucking so good.
Yeah. Huh. You know what else was great in that same era? Crazy Taxi.
Oh, holy shit.
That was another one that we wasted a lot of hours on as kids. It was just such a good, like, if your friends are coming over to spend the night.
That was
case of Mountain Dew Code Red.
Dude, Code Red Mountain Dew was...
And some fucking Crazy Taxi.
I saw it yesterday with Code Red, and I was like... So I'm pretty anti like full sugar sodas, like diet sodas. Yeah, neutral healthy, right? Like in the pack shit. So I drink the fuck out of them. So like I see Code Red and I'm like, fuck man, I kind of want this, but like 40 calories per can or 40 like grams of carbs per can. Like I'm gonna smash this whole 12 pack in 2 days. I can't handle all that. So like I'm not getting it. But Code Red was the shit. I remember getting some Slim Jims, a bottle of fucking Code Red, and just going to town on Pokemon, right? Just grinding through the midnight hours. My main thing actually was like a bunch of Slim Jims, bottles of Mexican Coke, and me and my cousin would just grind on the same Pokemon save file. Like I'd play for a bunch, then he'd go and he'd play. And then when the Pokemon State, when the 64 came out, where you could play your games like on the fucking thing of TV, we'd be on the TV in the living room, just fucking with bottles of Mexican Coke and fucking Slim Jims, and we'd just be throughout the entire night. We'd be blasting the Marshall Mathers LP, like the second album.
This is taking me back.
Text, we'd be blasting that Like, we blasting that in the middle of the night because my dad's partying and give a fuck, right? So we be blasting that. We got Pokemon on the main screen. We're eating Slim Jims and shit, right? Or like we're heating up pizza rolls or like Tostino's pizzas while we're playing, and we're just like literally all throughout the night. And like that was our weekends. A lot of the weekends.
I mean, it's what do kids do now? Do they have that? I feel bad if they don't have something like that.
Seriously. I mean, I guess like the cool thing for kids now is that like is like online play, right? Like where you can just like
sure you can
get
like,
with your homies and stuff,
friends all.
But I don't know, man. There was just something about like, especially so for me, is like me and my little brother. I had two close friends that lived like a couple houses down from us. There was also so if I was 12, the older brother from my friends was 11. My brother was 10. And then the other brother was like 9 turning 10, right? So like we were all kind of super close, right? We all like Pokemon, we all like Nintendo, we all like Yu-Gi-Oh! Like it was dope. So like after school, they'd either come to our house or we'd go to their house and we'd come with our fucking 64 controllers and we'd either play Mario Party, it was all four because there's four of us, it was perfect. It was like Mario Party, or we'd play fucking Smash. And we'd play Smash a fucking 90% of the time.
Yeah.
It was fucking great. And then the GameCube came out and then they had their own GameCube, we had our own GameCube, same thing. Right? The only thing different was like I got like little summer jobs and shit. So like I had my GameCube and I had bought 4 of the wireless controllers, right? And
very
so
nice.
like
with the little plug-in, yeah.
So like I had my own little entertainment center in my room, and I felt dope as fuck. I had my TV, right? I opened my drawer and I have all my GameCube with all the 4 wireless controllers, and then I had like my stereo system there that I stole from my dad that he gave me when he moved. So like I'm there like blasting music in my room, and I had red lights in my room, right? And then we'd all go with our wireless controllers. We'd be playing fucking Smash Melee. Dude, the amount of times we fucking like, it was so good. It was so fucking fun. Just like seeing people crash out, or like you see, like you'd not unconsciously, you would like look and because you want to fuck with somebody, especially because like the younger brother of my friends would like crash out all the time. Like he's a sore loser. So like every once in a while we were playing and shit, and we like all like look at each other and we're like, all right, and we just start beating the shit out of him.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Okay, so you remember? Okay, around that same time, if you got the GameCube that came with, I don't remember which NBA it was, 2K2, 2K3, I don't know, one of the NBA games around that time, you got a string of Christmas lights with it. One of them was basketballs, one of them was GameCubes.
Yeah.
So I got that, and dude, I had that on my ceiling.
I was so jealous of the GameCube one. The GameCube's one, like, I didn't get that, but one of my friends who was super into basketball, he had it. When I went to his room for the first time, he had the GameCube one. I was like, where the fuck did you get this? Like, I blew my, because I didn't know that was a fucking thing. And so it blew my fucking mind when I saw that shit. There's very few things I was like super jealous about as a kid. That was one of them.
Okay, so I had that, right? Now, I, being the young entrepreneur I was, I had Dynamite Lawn Care Service. We do a bang-up job for you with a clip art bomb, and I would go around and I would mow lawns. So I had a little scratch on the side. I had enough scratch on the side that I was able to acquire the screen that popped on top of the GameCube. That's like that big, like it flipped up.
So jealous of that shit. Oh my god!
When my best friend would come over, so like Abby and I would, we'd like, one weekend I'd spend the night there, next week she'd spend the night at my, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So we were always playing GameCube, and my mom was a caring parent. So like around 1:00, she's like, "All right, this is insane. You lads and lasses need sleep. So go to bed." And she'd come down and yell at us. We're like, okay. I'd wait like 5 minutes. I'd hear the footsteps creeping off to their bedroom. And I'd get out that little screen and be like, and then we'd like set up a little tent under the thing. We'd go right back to playing it. And the amount of like NBA Street Volume 2 and the speakers on that, like, like is.
Did y'all do when you first got the Alien on it, NBA Street Volume 2?
The steel, swiping everything.
Dude, oh my fucking god, dude! And so that game was funny because we only had it on the PS2. We didn't have it on the GameCube, right? But like that, I remember like we would only fire up our PS2 for NBA Street Volume 2. And then when Mortal Kombat came out with the Shaolin Monks, when it was a story game, when you were like Liu Kang and fucking oh my god, Kung Lao. Super awesome. Then you beat the game, and then you can be Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Fantastic fucking game. Like if you never played the game, it's a great fucking game. We fired up for those 2 games, and then like Metal Gear. That's kind of it. But like NBA Street Volume 2, I fucking loved that game. Because like the thing is, at the time, I wasn't a huge fan of like 2K. I would play it a lot. Like that's how I became a Dallas Mavericks fan, because the best player was fucking Dirk Nowitzki, because he was like Shaq but could shoot. And so like I fucking made Dirk. Dirk was always on my fucking team. And then it was like, you know what? I'm gonna actually watch Dirk play, because I'm like I'm maining him for a fucking year. And then I'm like, oh shit. So I became a Mavericks fan, right? Because of that. Straight because of 2K. But to me, like I liked Madden too, because I like football, so I knew it more. So like Madden was cool. But Madden did not hold a fucking flame to fucking NFL Blitz 2000.
Blitz was fucking awesome.
Blitz 2000 was one of the greatest fucking games, whether it was in the arcade or like on
Blitz and Street were so much better than Madden and 2K.
And so like Blitz 2K Volume or NBA Streets Volume 2 was like fucking basketball Blitz.
Yes,
very
equivalent.
Loved it so much. It was so fucking good. And then like the specials was fucking Chocolate Thunder, like
bring the thunder, bring the funk, bring the chocolate thunder dunk. Like, so fucking awesome.
Oh god damn, I love those games so much.
Okay, so both. Oh my god, both of those were so fun. So with Blitz, here's how good Blitz was. You've known me a long time. You know my Bengies. You know I'm a big Bengals fan. I have been since I was a little boy. Blitz was so good that I would occasionally play as the Steelers just so I could be Cordell Stewart and just fucking train fucking dudes.
You know who
to watch that explosion on there.
My main team on Blitz 2000 was Denver Broncos.
Oh, Davis? Was that Terrell Davis? Yeah.
Denver Broncos was such a good team on fucking Blitz. Yeah, I mained the Denver Broncos, and I don't even like the Denver Broncos. I don't care.
It was just so fun to. Oh god, that game was great. But yeah, Street 2 was. It really had. The soundtrack was peak.
Yep.
That made everything work. The soundtrack was just top tier.
And that was the same thing like with like all the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. Like the soundtracks are fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah. You're absolutely right.
1, 2, and 3, perfect soundtracks. It was like GTA Vice City, like the great like 80s soundtracks where there was like pop, disco, or metal. Like it was great. And so like the soundtracks made those games fucking addicting as shit, because it just added a whole nother layer. So good.
Yep. You're absolutely right. Whew. That was a really good era for gaming.
It really was. And then during that time too, so like I remember in the arcade, I always play fucking Soul Edge and Soul Calibur, like at the arcades. And then Soul Calibur 2 came out during that era. And in Soul Calibur 2 for the GameCube, the special character was Link.
Mm-hmm.
And it was dope as fuck. And like Soul Calibur 2 was a fucking phenomenal game.
Did you have any friends that could do the crazy combos?
In Soul Calibur?
Yeah.
I was the friend that could do the crazy
combos.
Oh,
you could do them.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know why. Any button combo over 7, I could just never hit it. But my best friend growing up, Abby, she could hit Ivy's with the like
Ivy was hard. Like
that one that looked insane.
Yeah. Ivy was hard. The 2 that I could do it with, and I could do like it was a 6-7 combo one, but they usually be dead by the time it was finished. So, but like
that's the other thing, right?
Main, my main was Talum. Talum was my main, right? Talum's fucking like so. Like I would hit fucking 11, 12 combos with her all the time. She was great. Keelik was the other one that I could hit like a fucking 10+ combo with, and Keelik was great. He's a dude with just a fucking stick. The one that I would hit like an 8 combo with, but they'd be dead by the time it was Nightmare, and so like. Dude, I was stupid good with Nightmare because like my main 2 were Talum and Nightmare, and so like play styles were way different. But like, freaking, I was so like I would fight with Talum, and they'd be like they would get pissed off at me because I'd be fucking whatever. But like when I was Nightmare, I was a fucking huge ass menace. Nobody liked playing with me. My brother didn't want to play. My friends didn't want to play. They like if I picked Nightmare, like I don't play. It was a whole thing. So I couldn't pick Nightmare when I fought them because it was like they're not gonna play. I was a fucking menace.
Did you ever dabble at all with Bloody Roar? Did you ever play that game? Basically, there were people, and like when you got your gauge up high enough, you like morphed into an animal.
I was gonna say like I know it. My cousin played it a lot, but I never had it, so I never played it. But like my cousin would play. I would play with my cousin, and like he'd just destroy my ass. I was like, I don't want this shit.
It was one of my favorite games because there was two guys that could turn into tigers. There's a white tiger and a normal like orange tiger. There's a big bear. There's an elephant. Like, there's just a lot of really cool animals.
Yeah.
And when you went into, like, the beast mode and you turned into the animal, you just wreck things. It was a very fun fighting game. Which, at this point, I just can't play them anymore. Like, I just have no interest in fighting games now.
Really? Like just none?
No, I think part of that is also... I don't... You know what? I realize I don't... This is not meant to be a downer. I don't really have that many friends anymore. Like in-person friends. I don't have any.
That's fair. You
like, no
definitely
one's coming over to the Seal's my best friend.
Yeah,
and she doesn't really like gaming, so
that's fair. Because that one of the best things, like what got me to fighting games, is like there's so much people around it. So like Mortal Kombat, I remember playing on like Super Nintendo, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was me, my dad, and my uncle taught us how to play. So my dad and my uncle played, and then it was me, it was my brother, it was my two cousins. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so all of us would we'd play, we'd fight, and whoever lost, give the controller away. So it'd be like a good 4 or 5 of us, right? And then my dad and uncle would be drinking and having like whatever, and then finally we like pass them enough so they played with us, and they would just fucking destroy us. Right. And so it was like, we need to fucking beat them. So we're like, they're fucking practicing while they're at work. So we want to beat the shit out of them. Like, there's only seldom times where like we beat them. But like, my dad's always been that person. Cause even like with Yu-Gi-Oh, like my dad, like, he's like, what you doing kind of thing. And so like, my dad did enough and he was good. So like, my dad had a Yu-Gi-Oh deck because he'd played with us enough to where he's like, fuck it, let's do it. Cause it was like, my dad taught me how to play chess. He likes chess. He likes strategy games.
Mm-hmm.
So Yu-Gi-Oh was like, oh shit, it's kind of a similar thing. So he fucking liked it, and so my uncle liked it too. So like my uncle got it. So what we did is like we all bought starter decks, and it's like, okay, we're not changing shit. These are our decks. Like, we're gonna play like And then it changed here and there. Like, my dad was a fucking Thousand Eyes Restrict dude. Like, he would like the whole Pegasus deck, and then he beefed it up, and I fucking hated it. Right. So like we would we would play all that. It was to the point where like my friends would be like knocking on my doors, like, is your dad home?
I want to play with your dad. Yeah. Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, okay.
Because they were trying to beat him because he would beat it because granted you know what I mean? Like, so he'd beat the shit out of us.
Real quick, brief aside, because this is an important point. This is one of the rare serious things I'll say on our podcast. Life advice to men out there. If you want to be a good dad, all you have to do is fucking be around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so easy. Just be around. Just be available to your kid. That's all it takes. Like, it's when I think back to all of my friends where I was like jealous of their relationships, it was just like their dad would come out and play catch with us.
Yeah.
Kick a soccer ball. You don't have to be good at it. You don't have to, like, just fucking be kind of interested in what your fucking kid's doing. Yeah. It's so simple.
And that was the thing with my pops, because it was like, we play football all the time. We do all the physical stuff, but then like we play video games. I got my dad into anime, and because he was a manager at a country club, and then like one of his employees was like this young girl. Mm-hmm. She also liked anime, and I was like, oh, my son likes anime. He's like, has he watched this? And I'm like, yeah. And then she was tell him, like, you need to watch this, because if he likes this, like, you're definitely gonna like this. Like, and I'm sure he knows it. It's on Toonami. So like, she gave my dad the Trigun box set, the Cowboy Bebop box set and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so my dad would watch 1 or 2, and he'd be like, oh fuck, right? So like me and my dad, and so it'd be me and my dad. We watched all of Trigun together. Like I rewatched Trigun. We watched all of Trigun together. We watched all of Cowboy Bebop together. We watched all of Inuyasha together because like he got hooked on it too.
Oh,
And so like he'd get off of work and he'd be tired. She'd be like, one episode. He's like, no. I was like, come on, just one episode. Like I'll put it on. I'll go bring you a beer. Like we'll just chill out. He'd be like, all right, fine, let's go watch an episode. And then we'd watch it and it'd be a cliffhanger. And be like, all right, one more. And he's like, what time is it? Midnight. What time you gotta get up for school? You go 5 hours? I was like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, all right, so we'd watch another one,
Oh man,
dude, it was fucking great. Like my
Vash was such a good character.
Vash is fucking great. My dad fucking loved fucking Wolfgang or Wolfwood. My dad fucking loved Wolfwood just because he was a G. You know what I mean? Like especially in the end, the way he's like sacrifices. You know what I mean? Like
spoilers.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking.
They've only had 30 years.
Yeah, to watch it. Yeah, but it was like my dad's like Wolfwood's a fucking man. You know what I mean?
Shit. How is old 14% Bonjour Banana got over there?
Real quick, what about the funniest thing my dad said that stays with my head is like, was it Millie? He's like, love that big bitch. Like, it's like, you look the other one? No, that's the one you gotta go after.
So wait, is this would your dad be like the torta hunter? Is this what's happening?
No. My dad's very much of petite people, right?
Interesting.
But Millie is a fucking like Millie's ride or die. Like
it's the energy.
Millie's too, but Millie really was the ride or die, not just for like dude like Wolfwood stuff, but like everybody. Like that's just like that's the one that would take care of you. It's cute, take care of you, positive energy, like no matter what, like just like that's the one.
Beautiful.
I can't disagree. Millie's energy was top tier.
I gotta. There's a lot of things. I think it's been long enough that I could rewatch now.
Yeah,
I'd be curious to see, like, through an adult lens, how I feel about some things.
Ooh, is there any that you think that you would rewatch and you would like less?
Samurai Champloo.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, what specifically?
I think the reason I like that is because it was riding off of Cowboy Bebop.
Interesting.
And just based on, like, when you think about the other stuff outside of Terror and Resonance, and actually Lazarus has been really good. Like it's a drop off. Actually, no, they're all good. Maybe not. I take it all back. I was thinking Kids on the Slope too. Like they're all good.
Because they're amazing. So like here's the thing, like Champloo's fucking great. I like Champloo a lot, but I would see why people don't like Champloo because like Mugen's a piece of shit. Straight up. Like Mugen's not a good person. See, Spike's not a great person too, but he's a fucking honorable person. Mugen's barely honorable.
Yeah.
Jin's not bad, right?
Well, I think that's the thing about that show. Like, I think your average viewer, Mugen is the main character, right? And Jin's secondary.
Yeah, I can see that.
Jin has the main character aura.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Like, Mugen is...
He's a piece of shit, but like that's what he's supposed to be. So, like, if you take him just as a main character, and he's not an honorable guy. He pulls through here and there, but he is a fucking... He's a mongrel. He's a fucking vagrant. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, if you put it into that thing, like, he doesn't have the redeeming qualities of Spike had.
Yeah.
Because Mugen's, like, feudal Japan Spike.
Yeah.
The thing is, the thing is that Spike has redeeming qualities. Spike has this crazy backstory. Mugen kind of has one, but it's not like Spike's where he's, like, this tortured... You know what I mean? Like, he's, like, he still has a moral compass. Mugen, I would say Mugen doesn't have a moral compass. It's more of an honor code.
Yeah.
So he does more morally ambiguous stuff where like, oh, dude, you're kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
Especially when you have, you know, what the fuck's her? What's the girl's name? She's fucking I'm mixing her with Ranma and Inuyasha.
I'm thinking of Momo, which is the flying squirrel, right?
I was thinking, I was like, is it fucking shampoo? And I was like, it's Ranma and it's Champloo, so it's not that. And then I was like, oh, is it fucking yeah?
I know who you're talking about.
But her, right? Like, because there's plenty of her like she's such a good person, and like she's just trying to think, and like Mugen takes advantage of the things because like, because it's like just short term gain. And then and then he comes back and he's like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. Let me fix this. And then and those are his redeeming qualities. Like it's much more of an honor code opposed to like an actual moral compass that Spike had, where Spike was like, this is gonna fucking suck. I don't want to do this, but it's the right thing to do. So fuck my life. I'm gonna do it. Mugen's like, you can go fuck yourself. And then he's like, I guess I got it.
Yeah,
I don't want to
like grudgingly does the thing,
and it's different, right? Because it's not a place. It doesn't come from a place of morality.
Yeah,
and I think that's kind of the biggest thing.
You know, the flip side of that, where every time I watch it, I like it more.
Ooh.
Neo Yokio.
Interesting.
No one's on board with me for this, but I swear to God, every time I watch Neo Yokio, which by the way, if you haven't seen it, it's like 5 or 6 episodes. Watch it. It is, and watch the English version, which is rare that I will recommend a dub. But Jude Law and Will Smith's kid are great.
Yeah,
it has so many references to anime that we all grew up with. It is so funny. It is hilarious.
What's funny is like I've never watched it through, ever.
It would take you and watch it on the plane.
You know,
watch it on the plane.
That's
Download it and watch it on the plane.
I'll do
Seriously.
That. Yeah, no, I'll do it. I'll commit to that because like the biggest thing is like yeah, I just hate fucking Jaden Smith.
You have to go into it though, knowing that it is a self-aware joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also like for those that don't know, like why am I blanking on this band? Vampire Weekend? Is that the band? Ezra, who the show creator is the dude from that band?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing. But.
Fucking, what is that band's name? Oxford Comma is the song that's popping in my head. It's a fucking Oxford Comma. Take that. Try and copyright us now. Oxford Comma song. I think it's Vampire Weekend. Yeah. Yeah, Vampire Weekend. Okay, I'm not crazy. So yeah, the dude from Vampire Weekend, Ezra Koenig, is the creator of that show. And so it's very clear that it's just an homage to the silliness of anime. So there's like Ranma references, there's like all the Trigun shit, there's plenty of what's the thing Pan really liked? The Gundam.
Oh, Gundam. Gundam's great. Yeah, I like Mobile Gundam.
What is this? What's happening?
Love and peace. Love and doing? Peace. Love and
What is this? What is this
Trigun.
from?
That's what
my God.
That's what he did. Love and peace. Love and peace.
I should fall on the sword. I'm ashamed of myself. That did not click as a thing. I'm blaming my one eye.
That's fair.
That's what I'm gonna blame.
You know, actually, it took me a while because I thought he was doing Love and Peace like this forever, and then like when I realized he was doing this, it annoyed the shit out of me. When I was younger, I was like,
okay. So speaking of hand motions, and I know I'm very late to the party on this, but I love this thing. Instead of this, I love this thing.
It's cute.
This is so
it's
cute.
Cute. It's cute.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
All right. I have to undo this 300 headband thing I have going on. Right, it's killing me.
Okay, let's finish. All right. Banggook. I'm going A- on Banggook. Banggook, top tier. If you go just by like how easy it is to drink to ABV, it's probably like close to S class to be honest. But as a whole,
holy shit!
As far as like I'm telling you, for B 15%, it's easier to drink than some 8%. It was easier to drink than Gorilla Tears.
Good job, Banana God.
Yeah, but I'm going as a whole for me personally. I'm giving it an A-. Fantastic fucking beer. Totally worth everything.
Very impressive.
Great fucking Banggook. You are fucking G. Banana God. You know what? I'm gonna buy a banana hammock in honor of you.
Barn burner is the cow is beautiful. The beer is not quite as good as Make Milk Bags Great Again. I would go B minus. It's still very good. Still happy I got it.
Yeah.
Very tasty.
I love how we both. I'm gorilla theme right now, and you're like red maple leaf theme right now, and it's great.
Yeah, I'm full Maple Land.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
All right. So hold on. Let's think of a 30-second prompt so I can go put glasses on for the back end of this. I would like you. Hold on. Would you like to talk about lols, or do you want a more serious prompt? And obviously, you can ignore me like I always ignore you too. Just talk about whatever you want.
Let's go. Lols.
Go lols.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like you to regale the people with oh, no, I can't do this on I was gonna say tell a certain story about a certain someone from childhood that would probably get you disowned, so I will not do that to your poor brother. So instead I will say rank your top 5 favorite comedies of all time. Go.
Ooh, comedies. You know what? I'm actually gonna listen to this. This is actually really good. Top 5 comedies. Top 5 comedies. All right. All time. This is hard. All right. When I think of comedies that I really, really, really like, comedies. You know what I'll put up there? I watched it a couple months ago. Fucking phenomenal. True Lies. True Lies. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Great movie. But now that we talked about True Lies, we have to talk about. I mean, it's a huge deal. We have to talk about polar bears. Polar bears are the reason why I love Little Nicky, even though it's probably not Adam Sandler's best movie. It's great. I love it. Popeye's chicken's fucking awesome.
All right, was Little Nicky number 1?
It's not number 1, but I love Little Nicky. I genuinely love Little Nicky. It's a good movie.
I know you do. Good for you.
Hitler.
Good for you, sir.
Pineapple and Hitler's behind. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. You don't like Little Nicky?
You know, I'm not, dude. I'm not. I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I just don't like Adam Sandler that much.
That's fine. Yeah, you know, I think I like Adam Sandler as I grow up more. That's actually not fair. I did like a lot of Adam Sandler movies growing up. Billy Madison, hilarious. Love that movie as a kid.
Happy Gilmore and Eight Crazy Nights
tier.
Are my 2 that I enjoyed.
Happy Gilmore is God tier. Big Daddy, love Big Daddy. More serious but great. What other ones? Ooh, Waterboy. I actually loved Waterboy growing up as a kid.
Waterboy was good.
Waterboy's
I'll
fucking.
give you good. Waterboy.
Waterboy, great. Yeah. What else? What else?
Uncut Gems, obviously.
I've never even heard of that.
That's one of the newer ones. I think it's serious.
Because like when I think of Adam Sandler growing up, it's Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy, Waterboy. 51st Dates, fucking hilarious. Great movie.
Okay, so you know what? That is one where that is objectively good, and I don't really consider it an Adam Sandler movie, though.
Great movie.
It's just kind of a rom-com.
Yeah, great
in my head.
Movie. Yeah, it's fun. Great movie.
It's a rom-com that he's in.
Yeah. Fantastic movie there.
Was he in the one with the remote that could wind back time?
Click, yeah, with the dad. So, like, good, fantastic movie. Objectively good movie. Sad, but good movie. Where you realize that you're just fast forwarding shit and you're just missing everybody's life around you, and like it kind of makes you a piece of shit because you're not involved, because you're not present. Good movie. Like Adam Sandler got some fucking bangers. He really does. And then he just brings his homies along the way the entire time.
I will give him that. Like he's given Rob Schneider a career.
Yeah, and Rob Schneider's awesome. I like Rob Schneider.
Well, Let me ask you, sir. Do you have a third one over there?
So I do have a third one because
Is it lunchtime?
actually, yes, it's pretty close to lunchtime. We got like a good 20 minutes.
Okay.
Minutes,
All
so
right.
good.
So you want to just bang this one out?
We'll be in 30 in 20 about 20 minutes. It'll be good because we're like over an hour anyway. So an hour and a half, I think is a good one.
Okay.
I am
Just making sure you're not grounded. That's all.
We're not grounded yet. Just work. We're fine. I'm going back. I'm going back to the green. I'm going back to the Green Acres. It was a 4-pack.
The Hopperoo Fest.
It was a 4-pack. I had this one in lock with my Soot Sprite can, just in case the fucking stout was a dud. I really wasn't. I'm glad it wasn't, but it was just so strong I could not do bear math with it because it would have knocked me on my ass and I would have been in trouble.
All right. So I am very excited about this one. There's a couple things going on here. So this is from Lake of the Woods Brewing Company. This is Forgotten Lakes Blueberry Ale.
Ooh.
Brewed with actual blueberries. Hidden in the Lake of the Woods region on a small back lake, there exists patches of berries, usually reserved for black bears and moose. A moose once bit my sister. This beer is subtle, with a clear, fruity nose, muted blueberry, a bitterness, and a medium body. High ABV, finish smooth and well balanced. 15 IBU, 7.1. The thing that I really like about this is they have breweries and tap rooms in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Kenora, Ontario, and War Road, Minnesota. So I really like they're a multinational brewery. And so, yeah, this is Forgotten Lake.
I actually really love that. You said it's 15 IBU?
Yeah.
Um,
I generally really like blueberry stuff, so I have high hopes.
So here's the thing. This one right here, right, the Banguk, for being a 14.6%, the IBU is 8.4.
Really?
Yeah. So no wonder it was so easy to fucking drink.
14 is wild work for the second one.
It's true. I wonder what does it tell me?
I feel like that's the highest we've done on here so far.
14 point, yeah, I think so. 14.6.
I think that's the new record.
What's the IBUs on? Damn, it's the only one. It's the only one that tells me the IBUs.
This looks good. I'm excited. Also, the experience of the last 20 minutes made me realize I really don't ever want to lose an eye. That is very weird to have one of your eyes like blocked off. So props to the guy in 300 that had that thing going on.
I forgot about that. My cat, my 20-year-old cat, that's what he had. He had one eye. He got his eye taken out when he was 13.
Damn, 7 years of one eye, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. All right, well. Clinky, clinky.
That's some. This one be to my boy Bandit. Let's see. Move this. Can I? What are we talking? What are we talking?
I think I'm upset. I think I'm annoyed.
The best
I'm
one?
sad. No, I think my hopes were too high. I think this is going to be a letdown.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll keep going.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That is sad. So here's this. I'm going to do this. We talk about, here's my boy, my 7-year dude, because I recently found this picture that I didn't know I had. This is right here. That's my boy Bandit right there.
Bandit. What a good little boy.
That's my dude right there. He was
what a good little boy.
20-pound alley cat. He's got his one eye.
This is really...
dude.
Are you ready for a bizarre bear sink?
Let's do it.
Dude, I'm gonna have to text. I'm gonna have to text the Mama Ice Bear because Bandit looks exactly like Tractor. Like my childhood. Yeah, it's very close. It's weird.
So again, Bandit, this whole thing. Bandit was like a 21-pound cat. He was huge, right?
Yeah,
21-pound cat. And he had one eye. He had a super pink nose. Dude was like, that was my dude. he was missing a lot of teeth. Like he had his main 4 canines, but he was missing a lot of his middle teeth. Because so one of the things with like predominantly like northern Mexican superstition is like cats will take the baby souls.
Mm-hmm.
It's the whole thing,
Yes.
right? And so like Bandit belonged to a family. My grandmother had a condo forever, like 20, 30 years. The family that lived under her, they had a baby. The Mexican family, they had a baby. Bandit was theirs. So when Bandit was like 2 or 3 years old, they had the baby. And so because of that superstition, they threw him out. Straight just threw him out. And so like having to fend for himself and like going from a house cat to an alley cat, like he tried to eat shit he wasn't supposed to eat, got bones, broke his teeth. Sad. Never let anybody pet him until like my grandmother like started feeding him, and then he started warming up, and then that's how I got him. When I got him, he was like 4 or 5, right? And so from like when he was 5 till about 20, that's how long I had him. But when he was 13, he was like he like ran the block kind of thing, got in a lot of fights all the time. Like I couldn't like he would always go out. If you left the windows unlocked, he'd open the window and go out. Like sliding door, if it's unlocked, he's open and he'd get out. And he'd run around the houses and he'd fight other cats and then come back home. And that was his thing. Loved it. But like he got scratched in the eye. It didn't look too bad, so we were really good. But like within a week, like it's the inside of the eye started coming out of the eye. It was like what the fuck? So and he was just chilling the entire time. We're like, what the fuck? So we took him to the vet, and he's like, we gotta take it. We gotta extract it. Like there's no saving it. So yeah. So when he was 13 years old, he had his eye taken out, and so he was the one-eyed bandit. So yeah,
that's a badass cat. That's so cool.
He was so big that when the cops one time when they came in and they were like questioning us inside the house, Bandit walked around the corner and the cop in the middle of being serious was like, "Holy shit, that's a big ass cat!" So, he's pretty big when it breaks a cop out of character. That was my dude.
That's a good boy.
He's sitting on my mantle right now. His urn. He's there.
Ah, shit. That's a good little lad. A good little lad. Man, there's nothing quite as satisfying as that moment when a feral or an animal that doesn't trust people.
Mm-hmm. That
is like,
yeah,
I fuck with you now. And you're like, oh yeah. Shit.
Yeah, for me it was a whole thing because like we had no idea. So like my dad during the transitory period, he stayed with my grandma for like 7-8 months, and he would come home from work, and he was a manager at this country club, so like he'd get home late as shit right after they closed down and everything. Mm-hmm. And he'd always see Bandit because he would always like hang out by his car and drink a beer before he went inside. Because like my grandmother's like, you don't drink too much kind of stuff, right? So he'd always drink like a quart of beer, and Bandit would always be kind of close, but not close enough. And he'd like about the entire time he was there was trying to get Bandit close so he could pet him. Bandit was like, I ain't fucking with you. Like he'd never like, and I would see him too, and I would go visit my grandma, and he'd like, you couldn't get within fucking 10 feet of him. He'd be like, nah, right. And I remember we were going to visit my grandma because we were going to go help move some furniture around and shit. And I was telling my dad at the time, and I was younger, and I was like, I really want a cat. I don't want a dog because my dog died from parvo. So like, I don't want a dog. Like, you know what? Like my aunt has cats. I grew up with cats. My grandmother has cats. Like, I want a cat. And my dad's like, yeah, we'll get a cat. And so we go there to visit my grandmother. And then like when we were leaving, Bandit walks up to my grandmother's door, and my dad's like, what the fuck? I've been trying to pet this motherfucker's ass for a year, and he doesn't let me get within 10 feet of him. And then I remember him too, but he's just like, what's up? You know what I mean? And my grandma's like, she was calling him Shamu because he looks like an orca, right?
Yeah.
And so she's like, oh, I've been feeding him for a long time. I finally, and we were like, he's like, he needs a home. And I was like, I looked at my dad, and I was like, you can pick him up, sure. And my grandma was like, here, just take a treat. And so I went, and Bandit let me pick him up. And so since then, and then I was like, fuck it. So I took him to my dad's truck. And laid it in there, and he laid it in there, and fucking since then that's how I got him. So like
the little Shamu Bandit.
mm-hmm.
What a good origin story. What a good little lad.
That was my guy.
Fucking Bandito. Damn. Well, let me tell you. I think in the hope of being topical, we should discuss that there's a certain sport with a finals starting tonight.
Oh, yeah. It is tonight, right?
Tonight is game 1.
Yeah. As of recording this, it's tonight. When we post it,
Yeah, next week. Your northern neighbors, them Thunders of Oklahoma City, are taking on the Reggie Miller's Pacers. Have you watched any of the Eastern playoffs at all?
1,000% no. I really haven't.
So Reggie Miller has been an announcer for a lot of them, and the wildly biased announcing is hilarious because obviously, like, he's a Pacer for life. Like, that's his team.
Yeah.
And so he's like actively fucking rooting for them every game. It's so wild to watch.
That's great. I genuinely love that.
You know what blows my mind at this point in like technology? How has the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, the NHL, all of your major league sports, how the fuck do they not have an option to switch audio feed to your team's announcers?
You know,
you can switch it to French or Spanish or German, but you can't go Bengals announcers, Ravens announcers. That would be so fucking simple to do.
I wasn't like, that's a fucking amazing idea.
Because really, all the time growing up, it would take my dad and I out of games because obviously the regional announcers are Ravens fans.
Yeah.
And then when Vikings games would come on, for whatever reason, regional announcers were always Packers fans. Yeah. And there's nothing more frustrating than a close game and the announcers are like, oh, I don't know. That should have been the other.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. Yeah. It's not the right call at all.
That is so fucking true, especially so you got to think back in the day, right? Like when me and my dad were driving around, there was a Cowboys game going on. We'd turn on to the AM station so we can listen to the Cowboys game. Mm-hmm. And like there was always this one announcer that was like not a Cowboys fan, obviously. And my dad would spend half the game arguing in the car with this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Like, right? That is so, that is so fucking true. Like the fact that you can't switch to like, even if the teams have like, oh my God, it
would take no effort. It would be an easy thing to implement now. And it makes the experience so much better when the person talking about the game is on your side.
Yep.
Because, okay, I'll give you the prime example. So when I first got into hockey in Delaware, there's not a lot of like hockey on TV. So I would be listening to it on like NHL's app or whatever, right? And so there's nothing better than a close game. And the announcers, like, for the Habs are like getting into it. They're getting all hyped up. And then, maybe a goal goes the wrong way. And they're like, like they have the same like anguished pain. They're like, fuck, how did that happen? And you're like, you get it. You understand that this is a bad thing. This is nice. And so they're rooting for the proper team. And it just makes it way better. And then especially with any call, especially if it's a dicey call where it's like kind of a 50-50 and they're on your side right away, you're like, good job. You understand the refs have failed. So anyway, yeah, the NHL, NBA, NFL, MLB, do that. And you can give us 5% of the profits.
I'm just saying. Texans lost last night. My dudes made me sad.
Are you guys below 500 now?
Oh Lord.
Let's check. Let's pull up let's go to the books.
Yeah, we are currently we're sitting at 29 to 33 right now.
Oh no. Hey, we have inverse records.
Are y'all 33 to 29?
32 and 29. Damn. So wait, remember when we looked up and it like the AI gave us the winner of the World Series this year? Was it the Brewers? Is that what it said?
Yep.
How are the Brewers doing, I wonder? Oh, they're 34-29.
Oh,
They're in the mix.
They're doing good.
How wild will that be if the
they
Brewers win the fucking World Series?
After that, we're investing in Brave stock if that happens.
Absolutely, we are.
Yeah, because right now, fucking goddamn it. So like right now, okay. Here's the thing: I fucking hate the Astros. I'm just bringing it out that I hate the Astros. They're number one right now, 32-28. They're playing out the PCT is 5-4-1. That's what makes them number one. Number two. Fuck, man. I got to go talk to these people in a week. I gotta go.
Mariners fans are going to be relentless.
Yeah, I got to go back to Seattle in a week. I'm already not looking forward to it. They are 32-28. They're number fucking 2 and then 3, my boys. Fucking hell. So we'll see.
Is the baseball season too long?
So, as a person that's initially like an NFL fan, because the only sport I liked forever was just football. I hated basketball. I couldn't stand basketball because I guess just like the motherfucking fleas in a fucking board. I didn't care. I didn't care for it. I hated it. I didn't like it because to me, every other game was fucking checkers and football was chess. Right? Loved football, hated everything else. And then like I would watch I liked going to the games. The games were fun because they were engaging, you know what I mean? You see like the energy's there. Like I guess I wasn't passionate about it, so like I felt that at home when I watched the games. For basketball, I never felt that because I was never a basketball player. I never liked it. I always sucked at it, so I never got like, you know. And then but then, you know, playoff games are electric. They're cool. So I would always watch the playoffs. When things to hear that. I slowly started getting into it, so it was fine. When I started getting into baseball, I did feel that, but then like when you change your mindset of like game for game as opposed to like not seasons, but what the fuck oh my god, I'm blacking. Bon joke fucked me up. What's that?
not the banana god, no.
Banana god striking later. What the fuck? Series, god damn it. So when
I wanted to help, but I really didn't know where we were going.
Okay,
there.
So when you switch from the idea of like single games to series, then it kind of like okay, fine. But when you think of just game for game, the baseball season seems way too long. But when you switch it to like okay, this is series for series rankings. Like when you think of like, okay, we are doing like the Mariners. Instead of thinking of, oh, we got to go 5 games, you're thinking of like this series. How do we pop up on the series? You know what I mean? On average. And when you switch your mindset from games to series, then it's like, all right, then it's fine. But the idea of when you just take out series, you're just thinking of games. This shit's long as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to look at it. Because, if you narrowed it down to just your average, what is it, like 3 games typically? 3 or 4?
Yeah,
if you narrow it down to that, it is a far more manageable number. Then you're kind of in line with all the other sports. Because what is 162? Is that how many games a baseball season is? How many games are in the regular season? Let's investigate, shall we? Yeah, 162. Good job, me. Good job, drunk me. I still know numbers.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because I was like, you were saying like 2 or 3, I was like, I think it's like more than this. It was like 4. But typically, it's like 3 to 4. It's about 3 to 4 games.
Well, I'm just thinking of the last few Jays series, and they've all been 3.
Yeah.
Which, it is, I do really enjoy that it's every night. Like, I do love that once the season starts, you're never like, oh, is my team playing? The answer is yes. Yeah. And maybe they're playing twice today, which is fucking awesome. That is really cool. I just feel like they could easily make it, you know what maybe they should do to make it more, make it the series. Like, so
Fair, yeah.
The game doesn't count, the series counts.
Yeah.
So if you have the 3 games, you add up all the runs, and if it's fucking 30-7, then you won that series.
Yeah.
That might make it more interesting to me. Like,
that's
as
fair. Especially,
but I will,
because coming in
playoff.
Yeah. Go.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
Playoff baseball is great. It's just like any other sport. It's playoffs, fantastic, but just getting to that point
seems like
then especially because you'll have the wild card things now that come down to a play-in, like a 1-game thing, and you're like 162, and we're just going to decide this in 1 game. It's annoying.
That's fair. That's 1,000% fair. Like, I think if you go into the mindset of like it's series, to where you think of like in playoffs, like in basketball or like whatever, when the team plays 7 games, right? And then you go into things. So
best of 7.
Yeah. So you think of a similar aspect of that when you think of series, like it's basically a mild version of that, just throughout the season. It's much more palatable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I totally get it, because that was like the biggest thing for me when I was first started getting into it. It was that, because I was like, because football is football, it's easy. Like,
I do think any sport would be better if they adopted 1-game playoffs.
It'd be quicker.
I understand why they're doing it. I get it. Obviously, you're going to make a lot more money off of 7 games than you're going to make off 1.
I don't know, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, I get the 1-game playoffs, but like, like when your team's like 3-1, you know what I mean? Or like when your team's 1-3, and then it start pulling. Like, I don't know, man. That I totally get the fucking appeal of the playoff. Like, I don't know. I get,
as a fan, I always would prefer a series.
Yeah.
Strongly.
Yeah.
Like, I think basketball and hockey and baseball, like best of 7 is fantastic. I think that's a fair sample size to figure out who's the better team. But I do also enjoy, like, think of your average wild card round in the NFL, where like at this point it's not a 1 seed anymore, like where a 2 loses to a 7 seed.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? How did that? It's so, and then like, they're gone. That's it. Yeah. Sorry, you fucked up.
Y'all did fucking amazing this entire time, but you know what? Peace. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That works. That would work with football, because like the whole idea of like the any given Sunday. You know what I mean? Like
any given Sunday. Mm-hmm. The other thing is, football is just such a physically, it's for the linemen especially. It's a prize fight. Like, you need time to recover.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball, obviously, there's nothing going on where other than a pitcher. Like, that's why you can play 162 games, because you're not really doing anything.
Which is fair. Yeah.
Whereas football, like, you're getting your ass fucking beat for an hour so you need a little bit of recovery time. At the same time, man, I don't know, hockey's as fucking physical, if not more, and they're playing 82 games.
Damn.
So, and also I'm thinking back, like when we were kids, we played football every day after school.
But yeah, that's true. I used to play a lot of street football too, so we'd be getting scraped the fuck up too.
Yeah. But I guess we also weren't on juice, as I'm sure a lot of them are.
Fair. We were also
that makes the hits a little rougher.
We were like quarter of the size, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's fun though. Some of my favorite memories were like the crazy thing is, like, I can remember being in middle school playing football, and we'd be playing in the street. I can remember plays that happened where I was like, oh my fuck, I can remember them vividly now, and that was 20 years ago, and I can remember them vividly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a few things like that.
Actually,
let's go. Honestly, any after school sport, there's a few things that I could just like. I'm there still. I can bring myself back.
Let's go to this, because we're getting long. So let's finish the episode with this. What's a play from like kids football thing that you remember vividly to this day?
like that I was participating in,
whether
or like,
whether you were participating in, where you were playing in, like your team did it, your other team did it, whatever. Like it doesn't have to be you doing it, but just you remember it happened while you were playing or involved, and it just like you remember it clearly. Like to this day, you can close your eyes and imagine it all, and how like the hype around it. Like it was one of those fucking like, you know what I mean? Like it was yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is Pee Wee League.
Okay.
I was in 4th grade. We practiced maybe twice a week. And we were going to go up on a weekend, play our game against the team that was from Bowie, which is closer to DC. And these kids practiced 5 times a week.
Damn.
And their coaches were like, even though you're 10, you're going to take this seriously. We lost this game, if memory serves, 63-7.
Oh shit!
And the 7 was just a fluke. It should have been 63-0. In the middle of that game, so the week that we were trying out for positions, I was sick, so I missed it. So the entire season, I was switching positions. I played tight end, I played left guard, I played right guard, I played center, I played running back. So I played a shit ton of positions throughout the season. In this particular game, I was left guard. I fucked up. I let the guy go past me. It was like almost unblocked. I maybe got like a hand on him. He sacked our quarterback in a manner that he got the kid's pants and pantsed him. So this kid was in the middle of the field, not only sacked, but also just little boy peeing out, flopping in the wind. And to this day, I feel like I've betrayed that young man. And I don't know if he's ever recovered, but I still think about it sometimes. So probably not.
It's so fucking hilarious. So mine's the complete opposite of that. So mine was neighborhood kids were playing street football. And the way we do it is the goals were like houses. At the end of houses, we'd have like 2 cones, and we'd put one at the end of one house, one at the end of the house, and that was like our field, right? And out of bounds is the sidewalk. It's you're right. There's cars in the street too, so you gotta like, you know what I mean? Like it's right.
Yeah.
And we'd be tackling each other shit too, like on the street. Like we'd be coming home bloody. It's just fun as fuck though, right? I remember I'm like in 5th going to 6th grade. So right, 6th, 7th grade. And I'm on the team. One of my buddies named Kyle. He's like either quarterback or running back. He's just those two. When he wasn't quarterback, I was quarterback. He was that. But like my main thing has always been defense, right? Like I was a defensive end. I'm fucking like I might just want to lay motherfuckers out. That's all I care about. But I can also throw a ball. So like because for the longest time growing up, I wanted to be quarterback. So I got really good. And so like and running back shit too, because like sidebars, like me and my pops, when we'd be like walking through the corner store, and we'd be walking through parking lots. He'd get a ball and he'd throw bombs, and I'd fucking just run through the parking lot as fast as I can and just look at it. And like I don't want my dad to think I was a fucking bitch, so I'm like I'm gonna fucking commit. So I'm talking about I'm running by myself, just me and my dad, and I'm diving to catch his bombs, and I'd catch them and fucking fall and get and slide on the concrete and get scraped the fuck up, and just throw the ball. And I can't show him that I'm fucking like I'm hurt because like you know what I mean. And so I'm fine with either one. So like when this dude Kyle wasn't a quarterback, I was a quarterback, right? Whatever, right? But this time I'm just on the line. It's 5 against 5. I'm on the line, right? I'm trying to protect Kyle, and he's not quarterback. It's one of our friends. Hey, we go. He goes. I go. Thing goes. Kyle just fucking breaks through the small line. I go and I push one of the guys out the way that's trying to get him, and Kyle's running to try to get the ball, and the dude fucking throws a bomb, right? And Kyle's fucking running, trying to get it. We're trying to get it because we're trying to win. And so I lay this motherfucker out to get it clear for this dude, for fucking Kyle, and he's running. He's just fucking running. Dude throws the fucking bomb. we're going and we're like watching, and Kyle reaches out to catch it, and he catches the ball like this, like he catches the tip of the ball from his hand and he's sticking out this way. He catches it like this,
like Odell Beckham Jr. style.
He's like, whew, catches it like this, and he runs with it and he makes the fucking goal. And all of us are just like, fuck, just freaking out. And the losing team was just like, what the fuck?
Oh man,
dude, it was like quintessentially the fucking thing. It was like it was better than any actual sanctioned game we had in school. It was just like it was. Dude, we were fucking raving about that shit for years until like it was just so fucking good. I can remember it vividly.
That's awesome. There are so many things where you're outside of the structure of like high school sports, where you're just with your buddies, and it's so much more fun because you're all just playing because you fucking love the game.
Yep.
And that's all there is to it. And there's something about that makes it even better. So yeah, that sounds awesome.
Fucking no, it's great. It's so good, so good.
Well, are we shotgunning these bad boys?
All Grizz are to finish mine. Actually, I got a little bit left.
All right. Fuck, man. Yeah, that was really disappointing.
Damn, that bad?
That's it's not bad. It's just bland, and it, like the blueberry is very like minimal on the aftertaste, and that's a C-.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. So not bad, but like not great.
Yeah.
Below average, C-, right? Yeah.
Yep. It's one of those ones where I would accept it, but I would never buy it again.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
I started out too high with the make milk bags great again.
Yeah, I love that one so much. It's so good.
I saw it and I was like, oh man, old Grizz is gonna love this shit.
That's such a good one.
Well, we did it.
Yeah,
we're here again.
It's been great. This was good, you know. Reminiscing, having some good beers. I ended with a solid beer. You ended with, you know, an okay beer. But it's been good. We're doing another thing. We're here at nearly the 2-hour mark again. When granted, the last 2 episodes are pretty close to an hour.
Yeah, we were doing good.
Now
we fucked up by having free time.
That is true. We fucked it up again.
Here's how we end this. Finals predictions. Go. Wow. NBA.
Actually, hold on. To be honest, you give me your prediction because I'm NBA Finals, because I don't know who's
Thunder
in it.
in 6.
I hate the Thunder, but
Thunder in 6. Chet Holmgren surprise Finals MVP.
What makes you say that?
What makes me say that is I fully expect Shea to get doubled constantly. I suspect game 1, he is like tonight. It wouldn't surprise me if he has 50 plus, because I think they're going to let him be the free throw merchant he is. I think he's going to shoot like fucking 27 free throws and get like 20 of them.
Because here's the thing. So like, because what is it? Thunder and Pacers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see. Because who is it really? It's fucking Shea against what? Tyrese or Halliburton, right?
I mean, I personally think Spicy P, my boy Pascal Siakam, is the best player on the Pacers. But yes, the average fan is going to say Tyrese Halliburton is the best player on the Pacers.
I don't see Halliburton besting Shea.
No, I don't. The main thing I think the Pacers can't overcome is the Thunder have the deepest team in the league.
Fair.
Their 6 through 9 is as good as a lot of other teams 2 through 5.
Because OKC, as much as I don't like them, they're like a switch team, right? Like they're fucking strong defense, strong fucking offense. They can
and the other thing is, other than Shea, they have 9 guys playing 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like they have a lot of people playing a lot of. So by the end of and the Pacers are similar. Like they are also deep. So it will be interesting. Like I think it'll be fun, but I think Thunder win.
Yeah, I think Shea takes it. I when I think of like star power players and everything, like Shea's a fucking menace. I'll say. Yeah,
you know, those flamboyant Canadians.
Yeah, I will go. I don't like OKC for obvious reasons because being an old Dallas boy, but I think Shea takes it. I think the OKC take it. You think they take it in 6?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
I'm saying they take it in 6. I think Chet gets Finals MVP, and I think he's on like a 25-13 kind of stat line for the series.
Interesting. So why do you think he takes the MVP?
Because I think after game 1, because I don't think the NBA is rigged, but I think it is reactionary to the point where Silver calls down like, hey, the fans are talking, the media's talking, here's how we're going to referee games. And I think Shea stops getting calls after game 1.
That's fair.
And I think that fucks with him. So I would, tonight, my guess is, and I want to talk to you about this tomorrow, tonight I'm saying Shea goes 50. 50.
Damn. All right.
And I think the rest of the series he goes like 15 to 25. Whereas I think the whole time Chet's going to be like a 25-14 kind of stat line.
Interesting. All right. I wouldn't even put Shea that high, but all right, I'm down. Like I'm curious. I was thinking Shea's more like high 30s to 40.
We'll find out.
Like
it'll be a hoot and a half.
Let's do it. All right. I think that was a good closing. We'll see what happens.
Bear growls. Bear growls to close it out.
3, 2, 1. You just listened to an episode of Two Bears podcast. If you're listening to it on Spotify or any other podcast platform, we'd really appreciate it if you leave a review, subscribe to us, like us, do all that good stuff. And if you're listening and watching on YouTube and Rumble, give us a like, subscribe to us, do the notification bell, do all that stuff. We need the support. We need the help. We love y'all. And, mwah.